Northgate Station, formerly Northgate Mall, is an enclosed shopping mall in Seattle, Washington that opened in 1950. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I'd like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification bell so you get notified of my latest mall video, defunct store, or my Throwback Thursday videos. Leave a suggestion or a comment for a future video. Thanks. The News, what is now North Seattle, will get a major shopping center, broke February 22, 1948. A corporation called Suburban Company announced plans for a $12 million mall, roughly about $96 million today, on 60 acres. The architect's plan for an ambitious development displayed a group of modern store buildings erected around a decorative parkway. Covered sidewalks would protect shoppers from the weather, and parking space for 3,500 automobiles was to be provided, a nursery included, where mothers can leave their children. No automobile traffic will be allowed within the center to permit shoppers to move about freely from store to store. Northgate had its ceremonial opening on April 21, 1950 with the ribbon cutting at the Bon Marché broadcast on King TV, Seattle's first television station, converted from KRSC. Northgate started as an open-air shopping mall in the northern environs of Seattle. It was the first post-war shopping mall in the United States and originally went by the name of Northgate Center, in light of its location at the northern edge of Seattle and being beyond the city limits at the time. It began business with 18 stores, anchored by Bon Marché. Back in 1950, Northgate Mall was just opening its doors. It was struggling to get off its feet and fill empty shops. Big local retailers like Nordstrom and Friedlander didn't believe that a regional shopping center all the way up north could survive. At that time, downtown was the place where people would shop. Jim Douglas set out to change this. Douglas helped launch major city legacies like Seafair and the World's Fair, but his crowning achievement was saving Northgate. He ran Northgate Mall from 1949 to 1976. In the mall's early days, he saved it with the help of one very tall Christmas tree. An A&P grocery store, later a QFC, was located where the Northgate food court is now. When it opened, it advertised new Magic Eye doors, which are common now, but hadn't been back when it was unveiled in Seattle. By 1952, the fully leased structure housed over 70 tenants and also included an adjoined 4-story Northgate building, medical dental center, and Northgate Theater, which had seating for over 1,300 guests. Northgate was also the first regional shopping center in the United States to be described as a mall. In this instance, a double row of stores facing each other across a covered pedestrian walkway. It was also the first mall to have public restrooms. In 1952, Redmond sculptor Dudley Carter designed and carved the 59-foot cedar totem pole that decorated the grand entrance to the center retail corridor, known as the Miracle Ball. There was also a J.J. Newberry 5 & Dime, a Butler Brothers variety store, National Bank of Commerce, locally owned Nordstrom Shoes, which was expanded into a full-line clothing store in 1965, and there was also a Best's Apparel. The opening of Interstate 5 just west of the mall spurred a $10 million 25-store expansion in 1965, more than doubling the project's size. By that time, the mall included a movie theater and Northgate Hospital. The expansion also added a Best Apparel store, including an extension in the south end of the complex. This was anchored by the new J.C. Penney and QFC, Quality Food Center, grocery. The Miracle Mall concourse had been partially enclosed with a sky shield structure added in 1962. By the 1970s, the mall had 3 anchors: the Bon Marché, J.C. Penney, and Nordstrom, which opened in 1973. The success of the South Center Mall spurred Northgate to enclose the complex and create a covered mall to provide a climate-controlled environment in 1974. The official name of the shopping complex was changed to the Northgate Mall at this time. Seattle-based department store chain Lamont's added a store to the northern end of the concourse in 1977. By 1980, there were 123 stores. In 1987, the Simon Property Group of Indiana acquired Northgate. On September 12, 1983, Tracy Ann Winston was abducted from Northgate Mall and murdered by Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer. The following year, on April 23, 1984, a 7-man force of the Order attacked an armored car at the mall after first staging a diversionary bombing. In 1992, Federated Department Stores, Inc., that owned Macy's and numerous other retail chains, acquired the Bon Marché. In 2003, the Bon Marché closed, and they reopened as Bon Macy's. Bon Macy's? The mall was renovated again in 1997, with Toys R Us opening a store there in October of that year. The food court also underwent renovations, and Sam Goody and Foot Locker were also opened around this time. The new interior was completed in 1998. In the year 2000, Lamont's closed and reopened as Gottschalk's. In 2005, Bon Macy's closed and reopened as Macy's. In September of 2006, Gottschalk's closed due to underperforming sales. Their former location is currently home to a Bed Bath & Beyond. The mall is also anchored today by Nordstrom Rack and DSW. The Northgate Hospital building, where babies were delivered in the 1950s and 60s, was torn down in 2005, as well as the Northgate Theater, which opened in the fall of 1951. A Barnes & Noble was built in its place. The Regal Thornton Place movie theater now stands to the south of the mall complex. In 2019, J.C. Penney's closed. Macy's subsequently announced in January of 2019 that it would also close its store. They ultimately closed in July of 2019. On August 9th, 2019, Nordstrom's closed its Northgate store, though the Nordstrom Rack remained open. The Northgate Mall is in the midst of a renovation, according to some media sources. But now, after years of struggling to reinvent the mall, developers have decided to transform the property and the land surrounding it into a mixed-use commercial and residential complex and an NHL training facility. Aside from the current 3 anchors of Bed Bath & Beyond, Nordstrom Rack, and Barnes & Noble, the 1 million square foot 2-level mall has only 20 other stores. Congratulations, you made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed in this mall? So, if your answer was 7, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment or a suggestion for a mall from your childhood, or how about your favorite mall? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Eric C. Productions.